Hello, Namaste, Sasrikal, good evening. Welcome to the S.S.Chandhok talk show. I'm your host and moderator, S.S. Chandhok. Today, on a pleasant evening, again, we are here with a guest from different cities. And today's topic is a very important topic that is facts of abroad education. We know that the children, they want to go for their higher education abroad into many countries, but they do not get right path, you do not get right message, they do not get the right information regarding when and what time and where and how they should go and they should process. So we are going to talk about this, and we need to find out that how it is suitable for the children to go abroad and study. Without taking any time, I'll introduce you to the very first eminent guest present over here. First of all, we have Anuradha Chandel ma'am. She is the principal of a very prestigious institution in Jalandhar, that is City Public School. First of all, thank you so much, Anuradha ma'am, for taking out your time and coming up to the show. You are most welcome for the first time to the show. It's a pleasure having you here. Ma'am,
Thank
as you
you.
have come to, yeah, ma'am, as you have come for the very first time to the show, we will like to know about you and about your educational journey.
So, good evening, everyone. I'm Mrs. Anuradha Chandel, and I've been into education from the last 25 years. And my schooling started from Shimla. And after completing my graduation in science and master's in English, followed by B.Ed, I started my teaching career as a teacher in Auckland House School, the school where I studied also. And then I put in 13 to 14 years as a teacher, TGT, PGT coordinator. And finally, in 2013, I got the opportunity to head a school as a leader. And I have worked in schools of Taran. And recently, I was at Gujarat in Rajkot. And from Rajkot, I joined the City Public School. It's quite a renowned school in Jalandhar. And so I've just completed my 2.5 months there. And teaching had always been a passion. Though I've been a principal for more than 10 years, but I always put myself as a teacher, then as a leader. And I love to be with the young minds. And today it's the first interaction in this group. And so it is a new learning again for me because I love to interact with the people and gain some knowledge. So all the educators with a lot of experience and wisdom are there in the panel today, and some learning is going to be happen there. And it's really nice to be a part of that. Thank you so much, sir.
You're most welcome, ma'am. Pleasure is ours. Thank you once again for joining us. The next eminent guest present over here today is Dr. Manjeet Tejpal, ma'am. She is the principal of a very prestigious institution in Patiala, Punjab, that is GEMS Public School. Welcome once again, ma'am, of joining to the show. Thank you so much for coming up to the show on our request. And it's always a pleasure having you on the show because the knowledge what you share up with the people, it's really very wonderful. Thank you so much, ma'am. Although we know about you, but still people present over here will like to know about your educational journey, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Chandhok sir. And the feeling is mutual. I also enjoy being part of your show. It's quite innovative. The way you begin and the way you end is always enthusiastic, and every time you feel exhilarated to be part of the show. First of all, I would really apologize from everybody as I've got sore throat. I had orientation session today in school, so for speaking continuously for 5 years, I think my vocal cords are a little exerted. Uh, in terms of my education, I have done my schooling from various places, right from Himachal, Uttarakhand to Delhi and Punjab. I did my 12th from New Delhi and then my graduation from Patiala, Chandigarh, and finally from Haridwar, Chaudhry Charan Singh University, Meerut. Afterwards, I did my B.Ed from Kurukshetra University and then my master's in business management from Hisar. And then I pursued my MPhil and PhD, my doctorate from Punjabi University. And with a career of almost 25 years from in various institutes of repute, I started my career as consultant marketing in Hindustan Motors. I have taught in various institutes, various colleges and university, which include ICFI and RMT University. Mandi Govindgarh, Punjab, and finally I landed in school, GEMS Public School. It is part of GEMS Education, Dubai, and I'm here since last 7 years. So it has been very enriching journey. My Along with my learning, schooling, college, and the work, it has been enriching journey, and I have learned and have my own takeaways from each and every point in time. Thank you, Mr. Chandok, for inviting me again.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and sorry for letting you talk so much. Although I promised I would let you talk much. Okay,
I knew
okay,
that you will not fulfill your promise.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. In the
Not
questions,
an
I'll let
issue.
you. I won't let you talk much in the questions, ma'am. Thank you so much. Ma'am, yeah. Next, we have Mr. Pawan Sood, sir. He is also a principal of a very prestigious institution in Ludhiana, that is Guru Har Gobind Public School. Pawan, sir, welcome once again to the show. And again, it's a pleasure having you on the show after some time because you are a favorite of mine also from Punjab because whenever we have any topic, we feel that Pawan sir should always be there. Welcome, sir. And sir, people will like to know about you, sir.
Yeah, I always enjoyed your shows. Actually, I think it's one of the best shows I have ever attended earlier also, and because it gives me we all belong from one same, I think, fraternity. We all know each other. So throughout the India, the principals are knowing to each other because of you also. I think so, and I think I myself, Pawan Sood, I basically belong to Himachal, and I did my education from HP University, and then basically in this education sector for last 22 years, and right now I'm working as a principal in Guru Hargobind for the last 4 years. This place, actually, we have already discussed earlier, is basically known for Punjab, is basically known for people comes here for different, but now it's known for going abroad. This topic is already related to this, I think so. And definitely, I see that in my school, out of 200 people, students in 10 plus 2 class, I mean, hardly 190 students are going out. So definitely, this definitely needs some kind of, you can say, we can discuss about the better prospects of the teachers, students as well. So I love to interact on this topic and looking forward to meet all of you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I just remember that you told in the last session that most of the students of your school, they want to go abroad. 190 you said right now.
Yeah, yes, it is there. I think
I know.
scenario is very much same in Punjab in many parts of other like in other districts also. We can come looking forward to see.
Right, right. Thank you
Yes,
so much, sir. Welcome, sir. And a lot of information you'll get from this session also. It will be helpful for your students also.
right.
Welcome once again, sir.
Thank
Next,
you.
we have Dr. Ruchika Bhutani, ma'am. She's the principal of a very prestigious institution in Ambala, that is S.A. Jain Vijay Vallabh Public School. Welcome, Ruchika, ma'am.
Thank you
Again,
so
it's a
much, sir.
pleasure to have you show once again into the show. And thank you so much on our request. You always come up to the show apart from your busy schedule. See, we all are principals. We are sailing in the same boat. Lot of work, CBSE work, this work, that work, school work, new admission, result, everything. You know, all the things are happening. Durga Mata with all the hands right now. And it is also Navratras are going on. We have to need
Navratri.
to have of the 24 into 7, 365 days, we need to have 10 to 20 hands. We have to do the things together. And this is the high time. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us. And please, the audience would like to know about your educational journey, ma'am.
Thank you so much, S.S.Chandhok sir. Let me start by saying Jai Mata Di. Like Navratras are here, Jai Mata Di to everyone. And I have been into education from last 28 years. I did my schooling from Vidyadevi Jindal School, Hisar. And as I belong to Hisar, I completed my education from Chaudhary Charan Singh University, Hisar only. Did my B.Ed from Ulta MDU. And then I was into university, working as an associate, and then I shifted to college to school as coordinator, and then finally landed up as a principal in a school. Me being on a different positions at different levels, this has given me a broader perspective for the education, I suppose. And I have been able to lead my array of dispositions in all the positions I held. This is what I have been, and I have been a learner throughout my journey and still in the process of doing so.
Absolutely right, ma'am. We learned in the last breath we take. Thank you so much and welcome once again, ma'am. And now we have the expert of today for today's topic also, that is Dr. DJ Singh. Sir is the CEO of Crossland. He is the international career and migration expert. Welcome once again, DJ Sir, to the show. And on our request, you have so many things in your hand. We are only handling school. You are handling so many schools and know so many people and so many things together. But still, on our request, you have uh, joined the show. And let me tell you all that I met Sir in a program where he told me about his project that we help the students to outreach to the places where they want to go abroad or any of the another countries, because there is so much of misguidance among the students. It is very necessary to help them out. Thank you and welcome once again, sir. And we will like to have your introduction with the people, that what made you to come into this profession. After getting so much education and so much experience. Sir, you are on mute. Sir, you are on mute, sir.
Very good evening and a warm evening and very pleasant evening in Punjab. We all had and I was seeing all the panelists, we all belong from this region. So we are all having a good weather after expecting of a hot summer. So very, very warm and pleasant evening today. Thank you, Chandhok sir, for giving this opportunity to meet such an eminent educationist from the region. As far as my introduction is there, that I started my education industry journey in 2003. Before that, I was into the corporates. I was the corporate trainer with multinational companies. I worked with Scott's, Aisher, Hindustan Levers, and my prime job was to bring new international collaborations in India, international products in India. So I was part of some of the leading brands which launched in India since 1992 onwards. So the first international product we brought in India was Class Combines, then Aisha Mitsubishi, JCB. These were the companies which were introduced in India through my companies, and we were one of the leading management consultants at that time. Journey started from the corporate, and it landed me into the education sector in 2003 when I started my first venture of Hotel Management Institute in Chandigarh. So we were at that time the first hotel management college in the North India from the private industry. I was the first to initiate this program through Punjab Technical University. And later on, in 2010, we started with multiple programs. So all these last 20 years has been my educational journey in the education industry, and been partners with one lot of leading educational groups across the globe. Brought a lot of vocational education in India, starting from City and Guilds London Institute, American Hotel Lodging Institute, International TAFE South Australia, and now I'm working very closely with the world's leading company, Pearson, and bringing UK-based international qualifications here in India. So apart from that, I also represent Crossland. I'm the founder director, and here we are also into higher education for study abroad. We do a lot of coaching for IELTS PT on the world latest platforms. So we have digital platforms for PT. We are partners with Cambridge also, and for IELTS computer delivered, which is the latest technology. During the lockdown, this was the institute, and it's now the future. So working with a lot of international bodies on delivering latest education to our youngsters so that they can have a bright future.
That's wonderful, sir. A lot of work we are doing together. Thanks to you for joining the show once again, sir. Now we'll come up to the first round where we start up with the question round. The first question is for Anuradha ma'am. I hope Anuradha ma'am, you're there. Yeah. Anuradha ma'am, the question for you is that what is the importance of education abroad, or why do students prefer to study abroad in your views? Because in Punjab, you see that many students, they are looking for this, that we want to go abroad. Why it is there?
Sir, actually, if we talk about no, not many students are opting. It's not in Punjab. You go to Gujarat and many other states, students are opting, and there's nothing wrong. I believe if a student wants to get an exposure of the international curriculum, because in general, if we see, it is a life-changing experience for a child. Whatever the goal of a child, whatever the perspective of the child, but exposure to the international education, I think it is a must if you can afford it and if you have the zeal to go there. Because once the child goes abroad for the studies, there are so many things the child faces. For example, so many challenges come, settling up in a new place, learning a new language, making new friends, and dealing with the cosmopolitan crowd. So all these things, they're all new to the student, and this will help him to grow into a more better person with the broader visions, of the views of the world, and it will really help him out. And it's not that the main thing which comes in the mind of in Punjab, if I talk about that, you're running for the money. It's not now. The scenario has changed because of the corruption and unemployment. So many, these are the two main factors where the best of the best students want to go because there's a recognition for your work. And this kind of the setup they face, they can learn over there and they can even come back to their country and serve their country. But it's not that the child is going for further studies, something wrong in that. Because I think the cultural, the so many diverse cultures the child comes across, even child knows how to balance between his studies and part-time job. If the child is over here, I think if the child will always remain a pamper, whether he's in college or university. But there the child goes, he knows how to drive his vehicle, how to balance the job with the part-time job, how he said he has to keep the balance. And these, and even being independent, doing the kitchen chores also, making his food also. But over here, I don't think so. If the child, if I talk about my own son, he's studying abroad. He was a very pampered child. I never expected he'll be so independent. But within 6 months, 1 year, he really became very independent, doing all the things on his own, which we wouldn't have let him do over here, being protected. Even if he was traveling from here to some other place, we would have made so many phone calls and arrangements. But once we said, we also, the parents become strong enough after 6 months. No doubt it's a difficult decision, but after 6 months, you become so strong enough. And after 1 year, you know this was a very good decision, giving them an international exposure of the curriculum, which is really good and which is really a need of the hour. And of course, they always have a choice to come back and serve in their own country also. The choice is theirs. But I think exposure to international curriculum and education, it should be there because a lot of learning goes, and certain etiquettes, certain ethics, which are sometimes missing, they automatically they're inculcated. How to maintain the cleanliness, how to obey the traffic rules, how to get systematized, and which are really the values which a person should have. And here we are taking things for granted. And the person, student goes there, I think the student comes back with a very mature mind and broader visions. And there are many good aspects on the whole I can say about that.
That's wonderful, ma'am. Absolutely right. You gave a very good example. It is during the starting, you have little problems when you adjust with them. When you
Yeah.
come through, so you learn a lot of things, life lessons you get, which you won't get at your home. Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll come up to Manjari ma'am now. Manjari ma'am, we like to ask a very short question answer from you, not more than 30 to 60 seconds, because you're not able to speak much. Why do children prefer to go to, I mean, abroad to have education? A very short answer, ma'am.
Look, sir, I'm living in this part of a country where this is a major challenge, also, you can say. It is a challenge for the state that the young minds are leaving this state. And it is, when I was doing MBA, this was one of the hot topics, brain drain. And when I came to Punjab, I realized that it is one part of Punjab where brain drain is happening, it is Doaba. But now it has spread throughout the state, and maybe some other states as well. I feel the main reason for going abroad, one of the main reason is study, of course, because in our country, if a child wants to take up study in an institute of his or her own choice, he has to have very high merit. Then also, with high merit, Appearing in competition, it is not always necessary that child is able to get his a stream of his or her own choice and the college of his choice. So opting for studying abroad is one of the opportunity where children can choose their college and university and the subject. Second important reason is immigration. People have that feeling, the kids especially have this feeling that if they go abroad, study there, there are bright chances of getting permanent residency. In Canada, I think it is 3 years. Once you go, you complete your course. After that, you get some work from work permit, and then you can apply for PR as well. So living here, and at times I feel parents also feel that life there is better without understanding that no, life is maybe far, the quality of life is far better here. The kind of benefits, advantages, and ease you get in your country, you can never get it out of India. Parents and children feel that they would be earn far better if they'll study abroad, and their career would be well settled as compared to their own country. Maybe to some point or some aspect, this is right. They might be earning more over there, but I think we forget looking into the point, if they would be earning more, their expenses also, which are higher. If you earn in dollars, you spend in dollars. You earn in rupees, you spend in rupees only. So they don't understand. Children sitting here, see, look at their peers in Canada, UK, USA, they are purchasing Mercedes after 2 years of moving there. They're studying, they're earning while studying, and spending so heavily on brands. They don't realize that what they are spending and purchasing, it's all on loans, and they have to repay back those loans. So this is also one reason, the quality of life, the picture which has been painted in front of the youth here makes them think of moving abroad. So for me, I think these are personal and career opportunities which they feel are better moving abroad is the reason for a lot of youth moving out of India. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I was about to stop you because it is more than sufficient, because you won't be able to think much. Thank you so much, ma'am. But the things are so much in your mind that apart from you having a good throat or not, you will try to speak ever as an educationist, because you have a lot to say. Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll come up to Pawan sir for now. Pawan sir, according to you, what are the benefits of studying abroad?
I would like to start with that one. Remember when I was in college at the time, it was like somebody's like stars, Amitabh Bachchan's son is studying abroad, and Shah Rukh Khan's son is. I mean, the only people those who are very, I mean, rich or like celebrities, they have access to the foreign education. This scenario, which we all were feeling that Rajiv Gandhi has studied abroad. How, I mean, so we feel it's something out of the way. But now, the last 10 years or something, this trend has totally changed. Now, I can tell you that anybody who is good, they can study abroad. Even like in Punjab, I can say even most of the ventures wherein Punjabis prefer Canada. But even Australia and UK and New Zealand also, I mean, going abroad is basically giving a person a chance to study the different cultures of the world. I mean, the person, suppose we compare our education, we have a very good IITs, but what about others? If you compare our institutions with the other, then we are definitely not comparable to any part of the world. So the child who is not very intelligent, like suppose, so they have the chance. Average children can be go have the chance to access to this education. I think there's nothing wrong. Recently, I was in Amritsar. There was a interaction session with Dr. Kiran Bedi also, and the same question was being asked to her. And according to her, I quote her, there's nothing wrong as such. We cannot stop the kids if they are going to abroad. As ma'am Anuradha also, not only in Punjab, Gujarat, also in some other states, also this trend is there. Thing is that for what they are going, basically, everybody, they have the right to go. We cannot stop them, basically. Yes, but at the same time, we are here to guide them. That so that the children, those who are going abroad, they are not exploited. Recently, you would have gone through the cases that 700 students were being deported back. And the reason being that one person has misguided them from Jalandhar, and the whole, they were given admission to some college, and later on they were shifted to the other. And when they were about to apply for the PR, Suddenly the whole the process came. These 700 students were being rejected because they feel that they have done something cheating, but nothing was done wrong by the children, but they were just big scapegoat because of the something done by these are so-called whatever the touts and all that. Those were into this business. So what we feel that the child should have a proper knowledge about how to go abroad. Then after going through the homework proper, then the child should go for this. And then definitely there is a, even I personally felt that my daughter has personally gone last year, so I know that there are professional people living there in the, those proper guidance is needed to students are basically lacking of the guidance. Once they go through proper channel, and definitely there's no wrong, there's nothing, no harm in it. They learn new languages, and at the same time I just 17 years or 16 years old student become independent. Here they are do in India, when we were studying, remember I was studying in university and I'm getting money from my parents. That same thing was happening. We protect our children, even they are at the university level, PhD level, but they don't do any work. They prefer that their children should send them cash, and after that, but that trend has been changed. This is a plus for, I think, one biggest advantage. The child becomes self-dependent. Once they go out, they knew that they're coming out of the country, and now they see that, because as you say, the culture difference between Indian culture and all that, after 18 the child become mature, and after their parents also send them go and on. But here that trend is not there, so that thing makes the child self-sufficient, and this is the main thing, that he learns so many foreign languages also. They learn, they have access to various kind of culture. They interact with the people, and they're, I mean, after going through, it's not a necessity that they should be studying there. After they can, yes, I just feel that we do motivate students that you spend their time, get some good education, and you can come back to your country. There's nothing wrong that you have, once you are there you can go PR on. I feel that many students are going to abroad. Some of them, those who feel that they, because these degrees are definitely very, there are many universities are offering so much degrees that are very much beneficial to even our countries also. That's, I mean, the approach is multidimensional, and they are very much useful to us, to anybody else. So I feel that for the better career, if somebody is going abroad, if students are going abroad, we are, I mean, it's for the betterment they are moving. And of course, as for education sector, who can, if one has access to education in USA, Canada, best universities in Canada, their universities, their Australia, they're inviting students. So this trend will definitely help. And even many, I came to know there are many scholarships also there. These universities are offering to students, and even if they cut off the cost of their expenditure also to many extent, but it depends upon proper strategy while moving abroad, and so that they can be more successful in their career, I think so.
Absolutely right, sir. Genuine and proper guidance is needed.
Yes.
Otherwise, the same thing happens with, as happened to the 700 students you just spoke
Yes.
about. The proper
Yes.
guidance, and the genuine person should be, genuine people should be there to guide the students. Thank you so much, sir. We'll come up to Ruchika ma'am now. Ruchika ma'am, we like to know your thoughts, that what are the benefits of studying abroad?
Thank you, Chandok sir. It is always said a degree abroad will change your life. Why do we say so? Because there are so many benefits of studying abroad. I always believe, although I prefer studying in India also, but for the students who want to go abroad, there are so many benefits. On academic front, they are benefited. They are benefited on personal front. They are benefited on economic front. Every front. Let me talk about the personal front first. Students studying abroad, they have more self-confidence. They are open-minded. They have leadership skills. They are more like ma'am said, they are more self-reliant. They are doing jobs they are doing dishes, and they are managing their finances. They are doing everything on their own. They become more self-reliant, and they come out of their comfort zones and explore their true potential. This is the major part, because if the child stays with the parents, we never let them explore these things. We never let them. They want to, but we don't want to. कि नहीं मेरा बच्चा है, नहीं ये कैसे करेगा. We are so afraid of doing so कि we don't let them do on their own. नहीं नहीं अभी तुझे नहीं पता. This is a major problem we say, and they never become responsible. But when they go out, they become more responsible, because they know they have to manage their finances, they have to manage each and everything. At the end of the day, whatever money they have to manage in that only. So they learn money management, they learn time management, which are important aspects of, we can say these are some skills which a child learns. These are some skills which everybody should have, but they possess more when they study abroad. And
Absolutely right.
on academic front, definitely they have diverse courses. Although through NEP, India is also planning to have more diverse courses here also, but it will take time to implement those courses. In abroad, they are already there. If a child doesn't want to study one typical course and wants to study the other one, the child is free to do that. So there are no locks. The child is not encapsulated ki haan ji yahi padhoge and you will not study that. The child is free to do that, and they at their own pace also. If a child says ki I cannot do 4 courses in a semester, okay, you do 3, and later on you can complete your courses. Here it is so tight schedule कि ये first semester में नहीं किया तो then you are not allowed in the second semester because ये तो first semester का course है. This is what this, that is why the children, they say कि it is more flexible. The studies they abroad are more flexible. Here we are very rigid to what curriculum we plan. So this is one more aspect, and definitely, like ma'am said, economic front. Although they earn in dollars, so they spend in dollars, but still it is more than what the children they get here also. Although they are spending in dollars, they save when they bring the dollars to India. This
Ma'am,
is
and one more thing, ma'am, one more thing, when they study here in India, out of their city also, they don't work.
they don't work.
They get
Actually,
money from their home parents only.
they are getting the money from their homes also.
I'll give you an
Plus,
example of, yeah, ma'am, I'll give an example of one of my student. And he said that when I went over there, so why should I work and all? But when I saw everybody working over here, the first year I didn't did anything. But when I saw all these things, the scenario, I also started working over there. And when I came back to India, I paid for my tickets, brought so many gifts. I had, all the expenses I was doing my own. So my parents were so happy. My son has become self-dependent now. So this is the reason, the culture you get right now. So it is like if your child goes to the store and work over there in McD or somewhere, अरे भूटानी साहब का तो लड़का जो है इतने पैसे की कमी होगी कि वो जाके वहां पे नौकरी कर रहा है, वेटर बना
exactly,
हुआ है. So this
exactly.
mentality is over
I,
there that this should also happen here in India. Everything is possible,
I was
right? Manjari
coming to
ma'am,
that. I
yeah,
was
Manjari
coming
ma'am
to
was
that.
right.
The dignity of
Yes, ma'am.
labor is more there actually, because they are doing petty jobs only here. Here the child will not drive. There a child can be a driver as well.
As well
There a
as,
child can be a caretaker as well. यहाँ पे तो किसी के पास नहीं जाएगा as a caretaker. Moreover, like I said, on academic front, they get an exposure to the international workplace. They
yeah,
are, their CV is enhanced. And if it indicates one more skill, it indicates that you have an aptitude for taking risks and new challenges. This trait is always liked by the recruiters. कि आप बाहर जाके कर सकते हो, although whatever it looks like so fascinating that you are going to abroad for your higher studies, but it is not that. It is a difficult task to manage each and everything, and that is how children become tough and they learn.
yeah,
It is not that easy. Here the
right,
children
right,
are so
absolutely right.
pampered. Like ma'am said, that we pamper our children, the children are pampered here. Whatever we may give. कि हमने बच्चे को exposure ये दिया वो दिया, but the children are pampered here. Here बच्चे के पेट में दर्द होगा तो we will fly. My daughter is in Bangalore. I will make some arrangements कि somebody reaches her to her. But there I cannot. She has to manage on her own. If she has a stomach ache or if she has fever or she has something else, she has to manage on her.
Absolutely right, ma'am. So self-dependence is over there. A child becomes strong. So
Strong,
that
yes,
that is more important. Thank you so much,
yes,
ma'am. So now we'll come up to GJ sir. Sir, you have heard all the panelists what they spoke about. If you want to say anything about that, and how do you people guide that how the students should cater? I mean, how do you guide them when the parents are coming to you, schools are coming to you to that give the guidance to the children in our schools that what should they do and what is the right form? So please let us know, elaborate us about this system.
Thank you, Chandhok sir. I'm quite delighted that my job had been made very easy by all the MNIST educationists because they touch every point of the concept, right from Chandel ma'am giving us the perspective from the parent side that her son is also studying and what changes she has seen in him while he has gone abroad and studied. So Manji ma'am also has done certain concepts, but I feel there are certain issues which makes our children more going towards abroad, which we as a Indian or as a citizen, which we have not been able to pull to our governments so that they can take care about those issues and less number of students need to go abroad. In society, I see both the prospects. There are certain students who really want to enhance and go and learn, and there are certain families or parents or students who are just going for the sake of that their neighbor has gone, now they have to also go there. So there are all the aspects of it. Of course, what we really see, the benefits for going abroad is basically, be it economic front, be it academic front, be it socially, what the international culture is basically is to develop their self-independence and self-thinking and self-survival techniques which they give through their system, through their society. This is what really makes the change and difference between us, our system and their system, and which today's youth like more of, which is more of independence, self-reliance, self-determination, and self-achievement. This is what youth and futuristic things, future generations would be more focused on because they have the sort of social security which we at our times did lack, that we had to develop and self-reliant, but now they have family backings, strong family backings, financially backing, independent support from the parents to go ahead and move. Earlier, your parents were also very scared of sending their students or children abroad. Now, girls, they feel more secure out of India than here. So there are a lot of social stigmas which are helping, which are good, which student learns and becomes self-reliant by going abroad in all the aspects, which I said, they are developing their thinking abilities, they are developing their economic stability, their social security. All those things are good, but we should also see that since we are educators, we have a responsibility of guiding the students, young generation, that they go in a right way, right manner, not use the scrupulous ways like Pawan sir said that certain students have to face even after they reach there and spend sort of time and energy and parental financial investment they've done. So they have to be very cautious about the process they use for doing abroad. Many people just come and ask us, just send us abroad. They don't care about which college or university or which location they are going, what are the job opportunities there, what they really want to do in their life. They were not even clear about that. So these kind of activities we as the educator need to inculcate in our system, even schools. This is my request to all the MNIST panelists and whoever is watching this show, that this is the trend, which is the future. Even today, you have 20-30% students of your school going abroad. It will increase to 70-80% in future in next 4 to 5 years. And our responsibility as an educator is also there, that we help them, that they go in a better way, so that we have a strong name, alumni, and a brand that their students from these schools have been able to achieve certain level. It's not about just going there and study and doing mere jobs. They should be the corporate leaders in the future. They should be socialist leaders. So they should be guided properly. This is what is the challenge which I see, or the role I see from the school side, which we should be able to do.
That's wonderful, sir, because so much of guidance is needed. So many people are over there, and now the trend has happened to in all the parts of the country. It's not only in Punjab only. Maybe it started from Punjab, more of it is in Punjab, but now the students from all the parts of the country, they are trying to move just because of all these reasons that the people have discussed. And they need proper guidance and a proper, people who should guide them, and they should have faith with them. Thank you so much, sir. And you people are also going to the schools and colleges also. I mean, dealing with the students also, where you are getting, because people are saying paying so much money for all these things, for the guidance and for the counseling, but still they are not getting good counseling. As of you that you people give so much guidance to the students, even individually also. Thank you so much, sir. And would like to know more about it in the later part of the session. We'll come up to the next round of the questions, and the question will be for Anuradha ma'am again. Another ma'am, your question is: do you think that studying abroad is safe for the students?
Sir,
You, because you are dealing in it.
Sir, according to my opinion, it is safe because it's not a matter that a child is studying in one country, then the child is safe. Main thing is your child has to be self-disciplined. Student needs to be self-disciplined, and that goes a long way, and that really helps them out in their safety. Like we follow certain norms when we are in a family, that don't travel during the late night hours, keep a check on your valuables, keep them intact, and you should take care when you're talking with some strangers, and all these are small norms which we really follow at home also. And I think the same goes when the child is outside, away from us in the abroad country. The same norm goes there, that the child is responsible, he doesn't get into the wrong deeds, and he respects the law of that particular country, and is able to express in that language also, so that if some problem is there, the child is able to express. So once the child lands up, sometimes the language becomes a barrier. If suppose the child has gone to Europe only, but if certain things are certain terms are there with which, if the child is in trouble, can speak out to the concerned the other person, then also that matter. That means we have to train the child, we have to train the student, that when you are living the same norms, safety norms, do's and don'ts we have at home. It's not that you are independent, nobody is there, but the same you have to follow there, because if you are in trouble, we are not able to reach over there. It takes a lot of time. Sometimes parents don't even have the visa, they have to process. So that means we have to train from wherever the child is processing the case, there should be a proper guidance, and whichever college or university the child is opting, the location, what are the safety measures over there, what is the rate of the crime rate over there, is it more or less. So these things one must study before opting for any college or university, the place, about that place, the thorough knowledge is there. And then there is that you can say that abroad 360-degree also, so many articles are there, the sites are there, we can go through that. So it is not that going abroad is unsafe, rather I think it's very safe, and especially for the girls. If you talk about I talk about in north only, late night hours, it becomes unsafe even for a mature lady to go. Oh, I think only in Gujarat is such a place, because I stayed there, is perfectly safe for the ladies, for the females. But in other places, so many things keep coming. And of course, what happens is, the regarding safety things, certain cases happen now and then the social media advertises so much that it brings a negativity. It happens with one child, it doesn't mean the thousands of they are abroad, the same is happening there. But the things are highlighted by our social media in such a way, it's like blasted, and then so many notions, negative notions start coming out. But otherwise, my opinion is it's totally safe. Our country is also safe if we are following our proper norms. We are self-disciplined, we go abroad, we are self-disciplined, we are respecting the law of that country, and we are not getting into the bad habits, and we follow whatever those people are following, and we are respectful to their culture. I think no problem will come. Only when the student will deviate from those things, start drinking in you can say start drinking or getting into the other habits and get into some other things, there the problem comes, there the safety of the child comes into a question mark, because nobody will tolerate, and then something will happen over there, the chaos will take place, and some story will then definitely come out. Otherwise, whether the hostels, and if I talk about personal experience, I'll share, because the place where my child went, We didn't had any known people, so we opted for the hostel. And in the hostel, the rules, regulations, they were so strict, the timings and how they are supposed to maintain their rooms, regular checkings, otherwise penalties are so much over there. So we were not bothered at all. Like that hostel life was so safe and secure. So we were really, nothing can happen once the child is in that hostel. So that's the kind of thing. So we can't say ki child is unsafe, it goes. It all depends on how the child has been guided, how the child has been trained, that once you land up in a place where nobody knows you or very few people know you, you have to be self-disciplined. If that thing is there, every place is safe, I think. But if suppose a late night hours you are going out driving recklessly and all, something will happen, a case will be there. And basically the thing is, things are safe, but only when one or two incident happens and they're brought into limelight, then the certain things, certain perceptions of us, they start changing of the journal. Oh, this happened over there, that. They will not see the 100 points, but that one case will become a talk of the town, like that. So it is safe, from as far as my opinion, it's safe over there. Nothing of
So
that.
right, ma'am, because you have a live example at your home only that you have sent your child, you know it very well. And a lot of things you explained on behalf of the expert also. Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll come up to Manjari ma'am. Manjari ma'am, if you want, we can skip the question to the next participant.
I'll try to speak, please.
I mean, it is safe to study abroad, ma'am, or not? You can say yes or no, even, ma'am. No problem.
Look, sir, I think sending your ward is certainly safe because the regulations of those countries are very, very strict and stringent, which takes care of the safety of your ward. The only thing, as Anuradha ma'am has been just elaborating on, you have to ensure that whatever you're doing is within limits. You have to have control your own behavior. Though there are a number of cases and stories of racism which have come up in recent years, still I think it is not happening with everybody. You have to be cautious. You have to take care at what time you are moving out. In India also, we don't go out late in the evening. So I would suggest children going abroad that we should follow suit. It should remain the same, and keeping yourself in safe circumstances will, of course, ensure your safety abroad also. Because children have to become quite responsible as their parents are not there to help them. They don't
Right,
have families there to help and come out to support them. They have to become their own caretaker. They have to become responsible. And once a child becomes responsible, the children knows that what they have to do and what they should not do. Their do's and don'ts should be very much clear in their mind and should be followed aptly by students. If
right,
these things are taken into consideration, it is quite safe. Otherwise, to be very, very clear, I mean, unforeseen situation can happen everywhere.
right.
These things happen within your country, in your city, and the same can happen abroad also. Nobody can stop the unforeseen. The thing is that we have to be proactive to ensure that the risk can be minimized.
Right. Thank you so much, ma'am,
Thank you.
for your opinion. We'll come up to Pawan sir now. Pawan sir, as we know, we come to know that students who go abroad, they work also. The culture which is not here in India, like while studying, you are doing work also. So do you feel that it is good to work along with your studies?
Yeah, I would like to start here. This what we do like we,
Sir, your voice is your voice is cracking. No, sir, voice. No, sir, you are not. Your voice is coming, but it's not proper.
iPhone otherwise.
So you can log out and log in. By the time we can ask this question from Ruchika ma'am, and you can come back, sir.
Right.
Right, thank you. Ruchika ma'am will come up to you because sir has to rejoin. The same question I'd like to ask you, do you feel that working along with studies is good or not?
So actually, it has both pros and cons. Like while a student is studying out and doing a part-time job, it gives them stability in their finances. When they are working, number one, they've taken high loans, or maybe they have taken money from someone, or maybe from the family, from someone else, and when they work and they get that income, and it looks very tempting because it is their method of repay. वो family, they have taken loan from the family, and now the child is working also कि पैसा वापस भेज देंगे and I'll do my on my own. But at that same time, it can lead to burnout also, because the children, they are too young, they cannot manage both the things also. Because recently Canada lifted the cap from the off campus jobs from 20 hours. कि वो limit, they shifted the limit कि they can work for how many hours they want to. Children in a, I think so, कि they want to work for more hours to repay soon. That is one point. They need to strike a balance. If they are working, it gives them a sense of responsibility. Yes, they do it. They are using their time in a constructive manner, because at times they have a lot of time for their own job. It can be thrilling, it can be rewarding, but they need to strike a balance for this thing. They should not indulge in the money making at the cost of their academy. They need to strike a balance.
Absolutely right, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Pawan sir is back.
Yes.
Pawan sir,
Ji.
yeah, please, your answer, please.
Yeah, I'm audible, sir. I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, here I would like to just say there is a, from parents' side, I think as my daughter is also there, last year she went to Montreal. So 1 year being, so what I feedback got from her also, that is what last 2 3 months we would have seen that there is some suicides were being attempted by students. So what's happening actually, there is a working is fine, but there's no gold mine out there. Like like a child is going from here and they cannot make money down. That's what happened. The parents should know this system of 50 20 lakh you're spending on the education. But please, GIC is also there, that some money there's transferred to the account. But that is also not sufficient. Some kind of support system should be there from parents. Like if a child is having problems out there in settling down, like it's not that we some of the parents like are taking loans and after that just sending that and then you do whatever better. We don't pressurize us for money. You earn yourself because there is a limitations out there. 20 hours work a child can do because maximum 2 days or 3 days they are going for classes and next 2 days they have 20 hours in which they can earn on the basis of that. So that is money is not this much sufficient that they can get away with all the fees and all that. Some kind of parents should know that thing, that once they are making a decision to send their child abroad, at the same time they should know that it is not, it's life is very hard out there. It's not a like everything the child has to do it yourself. Recently you would have seen a one viral video is also coming, a girl is saying about, I think many people have seen that Canada is nothing this and that, because right now some kind of recession is going on there. The jobs are not at the that you go and you will earn lots of money by within a 1 year. It takes time. So I think the children also should organize their way of. I mean, working is fine. There's nothing wrong in it. Like I suppose in my daughter case, she's working for I mean, classes are for 2 days only. The rest of the 5 days she's free. So in case 3 days she go for the working 20 hours per day. So then in that way 60 hours in a week is enough, and that way she can support herself. But at the same time, some courses are there like there with the 4 days week is there for them. They don't have this much time for the that working hours are less because like a child is going for engineering or something beat like they have more classes. It depends upon the course also that which course the child is going to pursue there. So a person though going to, the finances has to be maintained. Then one more thing the children they start doing, they go, especially boys case, they go there and start taking cars, Mercedes and everything, and after that EMIs and all that, then they just the whole system just crashed because they don't able to, I mean, make the finances under control. So this thing I think they should take full control. That of course they should work also. They should become it became them more independent, and moreover at the age of 17 18 only they started knowing their finances and they start investing also. So these kind of things which were missing in I mean our country, they start doing there. And moreover that is there's no status problem also out there. If anybody is working in a restaurant, anybody is working, I mean it's acceptable. There's the prime minister of UK is also sitting there, standing in a row in the line queue. There's no VIP culture out there. So that plus point is there, which always motivates children going out abroad also, that they are equal. Equality is there. So child need to know the finances, and according to that, that the whole budgeting it makes, then they don't suffer. But in case they just feel that while going abroad, China, that Canada or UK, they can make money within years. No, that is not the possible. So I think they need to plan, and there's nothing wrong in working as far as the I think studies concerned. They can work as per the time.
Wonderful answer, sir. Wonderful answer. Again, your child is also over there abroad, so you have a lot of knowledge about research you might have done on that. Thank you so much, sir. So we'll come up to Dr. Jijay Singh, sir. Sir, many things have been spoken about the participant because they're already having that experience with the abroad education. Like Pawan sir said that their courses are different. How much time you get free for working, the working hours depends on that, and on that earning depends. So what are the tests which have to be cleared according to the countries? What are they different? And what are the job opportunities? And are the documents, different documents are required, for going to any particular country?
So these are more or less, now we have a standardized system across the globe. Students who are going for higher education in post-graduation level, they have to clear their GMAT or GRE. But anybody who's going for higher education in English-speaking countries like Australia, Canada, UK, US, or New Zealand, they have to give their language proficiency test, which is IELTS. Or there are now Canadian tests also like CAL and CELFIT. So language test is the mandatory requirement for higher studies because they need to prove that they will be able to study properly, communicate properly, and work properly. So that is the basic requirement apart from their academics. But if they want to get into the Ivy League universities, top universities, and they want to get scholarships, then they need to approve their other abilities about their knowledge, their learning abilities. They have to give their aptitude test, GRE, SAT, GMAT, multiple tests, which each university prescribe or give in their admission portal, that this is the requirement, this is the cutoff to score admission or to score the scholarships. So these are the basic things. And I would like to add a few things related to two questions you asked earlier. One was the security. Of course, I agree with the Nilman that it is your own responsibility anywhere you go in the world. But most of these countries, they have a very good standards of policing and security and safety factors. But of course, you cannot put yourself into the scenarios or situations where you are lonely on the road and late evenings, whether it is a boy or a girl, doesn't matter. There are anti-criminal people everywhere in the world. So that's a human nature. So that one is, it's all on you, but the countries are also very safe in respect to their administration and systems. Next thing which I would like to add related to the work culture or part-time jobs, whether the students should do or not. Ruchika ma'am has very well said that they have to do the balancing. If they need money, or they should not, their academics should not suffer. But apart from that, which I would like to add is, see, you have lived in this country for 18 years, and now you are going to the another country, and you are going to establish yourself there for your future. So working part-time is basically making you accustomed to the systems of those society. It's not like only for money you are working or not. It takes you gradually to their culture, their work system, their labor force system. So as a student, you are open to do any kind of jobs. They give you all the social security, like you get your medical, you get your tax number, then only you can start working there in those countries, be it any country, Australia, UK. Right? So by your tax number, they are tracking your working hours, they are tracking your academics flow, and you are gradually going into the labor force. You are learning their administrative. You are learning skills, and then when you complete your studies, you go for a full-time job. So you have basic experiences with you to help you score a better job. So this is part of their customization of anybody who's coming to their country. It is not only for the earning or ability of the, that is also there, but there are certain drop to give the students part-time work permission. So that's the basic thing. When we talk about one thing is higher education, and the second part, of course, is related to long-term stability. It's like migration. So when you are adopting someone in their country, family, you have to see that their transition is very smooth. It doesn't become the liability to anybody. So these are the systems they follow. They make sure that you have a skill, you have license to do the job or the trade you have done, and then you are given gradually the work experiences, your social security, and you grow up there like. It's a very good system. I have also gone through that. A lot of my family, friends, everybody is there, and we have all gone through that, and this really helps about the whole process. So security is good, countries are safe, language proficiency is required for you to study, for you to do the job, to be a better communicator. If you are not able to express yourself, then you cannot gain good jobs also.
Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Because people are getting the right guidance from you, it is a good one, and hope you will help all the schools, all the students who are going to connect with you or are connecting with you with a proper channel, because this is very important. It is the hard money of the people, of the farmers, of the middle class people or high class people, those who are spending so much money for the kids to move to the distance places abroad, and safety and documents and everything. So many things, it happens in over there, they reach over there, the documents are not right, they are being present, you have to communicate, a lot of hassle is over there, and it is very important. Thank you so much, sir. Now coming up to the last part of the session, which we have me time. I request all of you to be here. Radha ma'am, last 5 minutes for the me time of the principals. Anuradha ma'am, Manjari ma'am, also ma'am, we like to have here. Anuradha ma'am, we have a last 5 minutes of me time of the principals, where all the principals have to sing 2 lines of their favorite song in the show, so that we may have a good memory, because we are in, we have to complete by 7 o'clock, so we need that me time also should also be there. And this is a group which has become although I will share the contact details with each other of you, that you people may know each other as a group or as a friend also. And before parting, ma'am, we have a me time, because you are a fresher. These people to already, they know the paper has been already out with them. उनको पता है सबको के गाना पड़ेगा.
Sir, I don't have a good voice, but I will hum the.
No problem, ma'am. No problem, ma'am. No problem, ma'am. No problem.
It's my favorite singer, Cliff Richard, and his one of the songs I like, Outside. Someone else is in your arms tonight, while I'm all alone in blue. Someone else will kiss you and hold you tight, just the way I used to do. Once I was in your heart, and now someone else got the key. Outside, oh, that's me. You'll be dancing cheek to cheek with him to our favorite melody, and the tender words you speak to him will be wording folk on me. Once I was in your heart, now someone else got the key. Outsider, oh, that's me. It was very bad. That's it.
Very well, ma'am, sang, ma'am. Whenever any person sings in English, na, ma'am, when anyone sings a song in English, I always say, अंग्रेजी में गाया है तो अच्छा ही होगा बा.
That's good.
That's good. Thank you so much, ma'am. You have a beautiful voice. Jokes apart, but you have a beautiful voice. And why do you say, ma'am? Principals are genies. They can do anything. They can do anything, ma'am. They can do anything. I cannot request Manjari ma'am because she has a bad throat today. She has got an excuse. Ma'am, this is wrong. The next time you'll have to sing 2 songs. No problem.
Agree.
So ma'am, Pawan sir will come up to you.
I will sing a song. Himachali song is basically from Chamba, and you might have heard it. It's on YouTube also. माए नी मेरिए चंबे दी राहें शिमले दी राहें चंबा कितनी दूर शिमले नी बसना सपाटुए नी बसना बसना चंबे जरूर माए नी मेरिए शिमले दी राहें चंबा कितनी दूर. Yes. Thank you, sir. This
Wonderful,
song you
sir.
can heard in
Wonderful.
YouTube, sir. This is a very famous song from Chamba. You can say that.
Very
I'm not
wonderful
able to
song, sir. It
sing that
was,
much. Ji,
But sir,
ji,
I
but it
love
was
this
beautiful,
song.
sir.
ji. You heard it, no? It's in YouTube, I
I
think
have
so.
heard
And
this song. I love
ji,
this
ji, ji.
song.
The lyrics are
Thank you
very
so much.
beautiful and very nice. Yes. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It was a
Thank you,
beautiful song sung by you, beautifully sung by you. Ruchika ma'am.
sir. Ji.
You make us sing, sir, but आवाज तो इतनी गंदी है कि कोई सुने ना सर. चलो फिर भी I'll sing 2 lines. किसी की मुस्कुराहट पे हो निशान, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है. Thank you so much, sir.
Wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful. That was a
आप
beautiful
My
one.
सर आप
favorite song
सुनाइए अब.
also.
आप
Ma'am,
सुनाइए सर.
ma'am,
I
I am
love
not well
this
today.
song.
Next time for sure.
Yes.
Next time for sure, not well today.
Oh, picture.
Actually, I'll have an excuse today, ma'am. Thank you so much, Ruchika ma'am. Thank you so much, DJ sir. Thank you so much, Manjari ma'am, Pawan sir, Radha ma'am. I hope you had a good session, good discussion, and a good time over in the show. Hope to see you another season, another session very soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
And thank you, sir, so much.